now 2023 and I thought I would sit down with you to share my new journal with you and my goals for this new year. I don't typically set goals or resolutions or anything like that, but I thought maybe this year I would give it a try. I found that in this past year, it's really helped me a lot to set clear intentions and goals for myself, and I thought maybe if I set some out for myself this year, it would give me something to work towards and some things to look forward to. So I got this brand new journal, and I'm gonna share with you a little bit how I've set it up. It's this really beautiful journal with this blue leather cover, and it's got this really beautiful detail like on the edges of each page here. It's just a nice little journal. So my intention for this journal is to write down all my goals in it and then kind of just use this journal to document stuff that happens this year that I think is worthwhile documenting. But without further ado, let's go through how I've kind of set it up a little bit. So on the first two pages, these are going to be my dedicated sticker pages. I already put up a sticker that my friend gave me, which I'm hoping to embody or channel this year. It's Rilakuma relaxing in a bath, like a nice onsen in a nice hot tub. So that's something I'd like to do this year, take more baths, relax a little bit more. And then on my next page, I wrote down all the goals I want to accomplish this year. I don't know if I would call them goals or intentions or kind of a mix of the two. And then on the following pages, I wrote down sections of what my goals will look like. I think this will help me keep a really clear vision or picture in my head of each of the goals I've set out. And I haven't written it down yet, but underneath each of my headings, I'm going to write down some very clear thoughts I have about each of my goals and what I picture achieving them to look like, so I know kind of what to work towards. So let's go over my goals for 2023. And like I said, I don't know if these are exactly goals or intentions. I think some of them are going to be a little bit vague, but let's go over them anyways. I don't have a particular order for any of these goals. I just kind of wrote down what came to mind. So the first one I wrote down is to become a published author. This is a very ambitious one. In my previous videos talking about like the NaNoWriMo draft I've written, I'm still really leaning towards self-publishing that. I still need to go through the whole editing process with it, which is something I'm going to be doing in 2023. But I wrote this down because even if I don't publish the novel, I still want to take steps towards becoming a published author. The next goal I wrote down is to be consistent with YouTube. I started my channel in 2021 with the intention of being consistent, but I think I still had a lot of learning and growing to do in terms of what I wanted to create with content. And definitely towards the end of 2022 with my NaNoWriMo vlogs and doing Vlogmas, I've learned a lot. I've definitely refined my editing process, and I want to give it a try to do weekly uploads in 2023. So starting with this video, I'm hoping to upload one video a week. For now, my publishing day I've decided is going to be Wednesdays, just right in the middle of the week pretty much. So look forward to weekly videos from me going forward. And while I'm at it, if there are any videos you'd like to see from me in 2023, let me know down in the comments below. I'm open to suggestions. I'm still kind of in the planning phase of what I'd like to do for the year, but if you'd like to see something from me, let me know. And the next goal I wrote down is monthly Instagram posts. I don't really have very much posted on my Instagram right now. I would like to post at least one post a month. I'm not really going for tons of engagement or tons of followers, but it's more for me to kind of get a picture of like what I've done this year. So just having something up on Instagram each month is something I want to work towards. And the next goal is to revamp my website. I currently have a website. In the past, I've used it kind of as a blog, as a place for keeping recipes, but it hasn't been super consistent. I kind of wanted to just be like a homepage for my stuff, and you know, maybe it'll tie in with me publishing something later this year. So hopefully, like, I don't know, just like a place where you can learn more about me, but I still want to keep that blog there in case there's something I want to post, and I want to make it a place where I can just post recipes. I don't want to become a recipe blog, but I like having them in a place, so if a friend or if you guys ever ask for a recipe, it's really easy for me to direct you there. So yeah, I just like to freshen up my website a little bit. Goal is to treat my home with love. Sometimes I kind of just treat my home like it's just a place to be. It's like, it's my place to be, but I don't really treat it with a lot of respect or care sometimes, like just leaving my stuff around, letting the dishes pile up, leaving laundry on the floor. And I know those things are okay to do if I'm okay with it and if my husband's okay with it. but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily make me feel good to be surrounded by like clutter or my clothes on the floor, or just dishes that have piled up. So I want to put more effort into taking care of my space. Another goal is to write the first draft of another novel. I still do not know if I will be doing NaNoWriMo this year. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but in conjunction with working on the editing of my other novel, I have another story in mind that I've also had in mind for many years that I want to try and bring to life this year. So that's one of my goals, is to write the first draft of that novel. Or who knows, maybe another idea will come to mind, we'll see. And this next goal kind of ties into the one of taking care of my home, which is to declutter my closet. I think I have more clothes than I could possibly need. I have more clothes than I could probably wear in a single week or in a month. And I know I'm just hanging on to some clothes that don't serve their purpose to me anymore. So I'd like to set aside some time this year to completely declutter my closet, get things organized, and feel good about the clothes that I'm wearing. Another goal I wrote down, which is one I'm very unsure about, is to go on a trip. In 2022, we went on a little staycation and I got to experience my dream hotel room with my dream bathtub for a few nights. And I also went on a little camping trip, which was with a group of friends, and that was a nice little getaway too. But I think in 2023, I really want to try and go on a trip somewhere. Go somewhere else. I don't know what I have in mind, but I am picturing travel. We haven't traveled in many years. I can't really remember the last trip we took, but in 2023, I would like to go somewhere new, go on a trip, experience something new for a couple of days, and hopefully you'll be able to see me go on that trip. The next goal I wrote down is one of them where it's kind of vague, which I will have to elaborate on later in those sections I wrote out, but it's to take care of my body. I know in 2022 I made a lot of progress with trying to incorporate daily movement into my life. I made a lot of progress working on my mental health by going to counseling and just doing more things to take care of myself in that aspect. And I know I've grown a lot, but I think in 2023 I want to really try to focus more on taking care of myself, taking care of my body. I was listening to one of these like tarot card videos, like predicting your future in 2023, and I really liked the words that they shared. I'll try to link the video down below, but she was talking about how our bodies are always taking care of us. They're always working for us, even if we don't treat them the best. They're always doing their best to keep everything running. And often we don't take time to like stop and thank our bodies for everything they do for us. We're often like criticizing our bodies, not taking care of our bodies, and just kind of assuming they'll keep working for us. I do live with a medical condition, so I do have to take a little bit more care of my body. And I think in 2023, I really want to set goals that make sure I'm getting in lots of movement, putting things that are good for my body into my body, and just really be conscious of taking care of myself rather than kind of just running on autopilot and assuming my body will catch up to whatever I'm doing. I just want to take time to take care of me a little bit more this year. And then for my last goal, which I think is a pretty clear one, is to read 10 books. Looking through my Kindle history, I definitely read at least 10 books last year. There are probably some other things I've read, like reading comics online or reading books outside of my Kindles, but I haven't been keeping track of them very well, so definitely going to read at least 10 books this upcoming year. That's my goal. And I guess a goal in conjunction with that is also keeping track of what I read on Goodreads. My Kindle does a good job of keeping track of what I read on my Kindle, but when I read things outside of my Kindle, no way for me to track it. So I have a Goodreads account, but I don't really use it at all, but I think it'll be a good place for me to keep track of all the books I'm going to read in 2023. So if you would like to add me on Goodreads, you can. I'll leave a link down in the description with my account information. I do have some books in mind that I'm going to be reading in the next year. I definitely have the first draft of my NaNoWriMo Buddies novel to read, which I'm so excited to get to. I guess I won't even be able to keep track of that on Goodreads, but I think I will write it down because that will definitely be a milestone of 2023. And I do have a few other books in mind. I have one already downloaded to my Kindle that was released this past fall, but I just haven't gotten to it. It's Holly Jackson's new novel. I think it's called 5 Survive. So I think my friend's first draft of her novel will be maybe my first read of 2023 after I finish Kiss Her Once For Me, and then We'll see what novels I get up to from there, but if you are interested in what I'm reading, definitely follow me on Goodreads. Maybe I'll be making some videos about books in the future. We will see. Those are my goals, my intentions, my resolutions for 2023. By uploading weekly videos on YouTube, I'm hoping to bring you along on my journey this year of me trying to reach all my goals. I think there are going to be some very exciting things in store for this year, and I can't wait to bring you along with me. In terms of being more consistent with YouTube, another kind of goal or vision I've set for myself with this is to try and reach 1,000 subscribers this year. I know it is a very ambitious goal. Currently, I'm sitting at 38 subscribers, and I really truly value each and every single one of you taking time out of your day to watch any of my videos or to subscribe, which lets me know that you're here to watch more of them as I post them. I know 1,000 subscribers is a very big number to meet. I am not expecting to meet that number this year, but I can aspire to something, right? So if you are interested in following me this whole journey, this next year, for years to come, we'll see. I would love it if you would subscribe to see more of my videos. If you could leave me a like, it means a lot because it lets me know that you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you next week and for the rest of 2023 with more videos to come. I hope your new year is off to a great start, and if you have any New Year's resolutions, goals, intentions you want to share with me down below, I would love to hear them. Until next time, bye!